Hello, welcome to another INFJ ramble. Don't you love? I think that's one of my most favorite things to watch is just like shadows, like the play of light and dark. It's just so fascinating. Anyways, that was not, I did not do that on purpose. Just found myself parking in a shady spot and I got to witness all this beautiful play of light and dark. But anyways, today's topic is going to touch on when INFJs go quiet. So I know I don't know, it's super random, but I feel like when I am out in the public socializing, whether that be at work or with friends, whatever, I've noted that my silence or my quiet, like me not animating, me not expressing, me not talking, makes people very, very, very uncomfortable. And I don't know if you have experienced similar things, but yeah, I think it's really interesting. Because if you were to put me in a room by myself, I would be quiet. And I probably wouldn't be animated, and I'd probably be more stone faced and just kind of lost in thought. I can get lost in thought for hours on end. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, but when I go out in public, I've realized that in order to kind of blend in with my environment, I'll like be more animated and more expressive and more talkative. And when I get quiet, people just get really uncomfortable. It's really interesting. And sometimes, I think it depends on my social battery, to be honest. Like, if I am exhausted and I don't have the extra energy to perform. And I don't know if it's a performance. Is it a performance, guys? Because I don't know, when I go out and I display happiness and joy and excitement, I can't honestly say I feel that. Like, so it kind of, I don't know, the authenticity of feeling joy and excitement versus the performance in order to socialize and make people feel comfortable. I think the line is kind of blurred, you know? Because, yeah, like, I think I mostly do it for myself because I want to, like, say I have to go to work and I'm setting my tone for the day. I would rather set my internal gauge to something that's happy and peaceful and excited than just kind of like complaining and making things drag on, because yeah, there's a lot of things that we have to do in life that we may not want to do, but it's like your attitude determines, like how you are going to navigate through the situation. So, if you choose to, I don't know, like, if you choose to approach things with an attitude that is like, yeah, like complaining and, oh, I don't want to do this, oh, why do I have to be here, versus like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here, like, I mean, it's a choice. You choose your attitude, you choose the tone, you choose how you want to approach something. Sometimes, you have to approach things that you're afraid of, but what are you going to do? Are you going to, like, I mean, all choices are available, but which one will lead you towards success? Which one will lead you towards, like, effortlessness? You know what I mean? Because I feel like when we complain or we allow things that make us feel uncomfortable to, like, stop us in place, that doesn't really do anything. So, like, yeah, so I will consciously, like, just shift to a mode of joy and excitement. And sometimes that irritates people, but what can I do about that? I can't control other people's moods or reactions. That's certainly not my responsibility. I can just be me. And then if you like it, cool. If you don't, cool. What else was I going to say about this? Oh yeah, silence. Yeah, people get super uncomfortable in my silence. And you know what? I think when I was younger, I was a mixed bag for sure. Like, it just depended on the people around me, the environment, what was happening, what was expected of me. So, like, I think for the most part, I was a pretty rebellious child. Like, I was always getting into mischief and stuff. But not really. There was also a part of me that was just kind of like chill, where I just kind of like, I don't know, not want to bother anyone. And I just kind of like disappear into my own mental world for hours on end. And then there's another part of me that was very inquisitive, and I just wanted to know everything, and I'd be that irritating kid that would always ask why, but why. I feel like I still do that shit. But I know how to tame it, I know how to temper it, and I know how to regulate it. Yeah, but if you ever, I don't know, can you relate to your silence being or making people uncomfortable? Like, I've noted that, like, there's times where, like, my social battery was low, but it was still required to, like, maybe go to a job or something. And I would kind of keep to myself. I'd be kind of quiet. I wouldn't be as expressive. Kind of like now, I suppose. I feel like this is my default, you know. But when I go into the world, I have to be like, "Hey, I'm so excited to be here! Ha ha ha!" You know. And I do feel like excited and happy, but it's almost like I need to like. It's not even force. It's more like a conscious decision to like put that out there, you know. Yeah, what? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so tired all of a sudden. But yeah, like if I would be at work and I would just be silent and stone faced and to myself, like people would be like, "Hey, are you okay? Is something wrong?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just being me." You know. And then like depending on the person, you know, like how much I trusted them or how comfortable I felt talking to them, I would go into further explanation. I'd be like, "Hey, you know, I'm just not feeling my best right now, and I just need some quiet time, you know? Like nothing's wrong. I just need to just be on my own, left to my own demise, and yeah, I just don't have energy right now, you know?" But for honestly, I don't know, I spend so much time alone, honestly, that when I go out in the world of people, I usually have a pretty full battery. So I'm usually like on. Like I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to cook food and stuff. You know, and people probably think that's weird. I've gotten to a point, I'm getting better at it. Like I used to like always seek people's approval. And to some degree I still do, but I've also caught myself and I've been trying to temper that, you know what I mean? So it's just like I'll just kind of like just do my own thing and fuck it. You know, if people have an issue with me, then they can talk to me directly or they can keep it to themselves, but that really, again, is not my responsibility to take on someone else's perceptions or emotions. And I also note that whenever I'm triggered, like say I do something and I feel like it wasn't accepted by others well, I'll take into account that I get triggered by that, and then I'll explore the trigger, and then I'll be like, okay, you know, these people are projecting their stuff onto you, and then it's triggering like an insecurity, and there's nothing really to be insecure about, especially if you're being yourself, and especially if you're trying your best, because that's all we can do. You know, today I was like in my car and I was just thinking about it, you know, like when you go out into the world, like there's just so many different personality types and different operating systems and different people projecting different things upon each other based on their upbringing and like what's going on in here and in here. And I'm just like, you know what? Let Harry be Harry and Sally be Sally and Ben be Ben and you be you, and that's it. You know, like Some people move fast, some people move slow, some people like have emotional intelligence, some people don't, some people have, like basic social skills, like just being kind and patient and considerate, and others don't. And what are you going to do about that? You can't do anything, right? So just let Ben be Ben and Sally be Sally and Harry be Harry, and just let you be you, and that's it. And if there's some kind of conflict, then it only becomes conflict for you if you hold on to it, if you take it personally. But if you don't take it personally, then it's really, you don't really have to worry about it. It's just like you accept that other people are entitled to their opinions and their perceptions, and you're not responsible to change their mind, and that's that. And then life just becomes so much more simple, especially when you stop seeking external validation, especially when you stop trying to foster everyone's acceptance. I feel like the most important thing is you accept you. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess people have said in the past that I sound self-centered, and it's not that I'm self-centered. I do take everyone into consideration, but the only reference point I really have is my own. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, how else I'm supposed to come off, going off of my own first-hand experiences and perceptions. And then I feel like as an INFJ, you probably can kind of relate to a lot of things that I talk about, just because you probably feel similarly, or you've gone through similar experiences. But it just baffles me why people think, or our silence makes people so uncomfortable. I think that's why we've put on I don't know, we've been kind of chameleoning our way through life, because we know that about ourselves. If we were to truly show how we really are, our default, I think it would make people very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So you have to chameleon your way through life, and just kind of oh, okay, this person is this way, so I'm going to kind of mirror that. Because I feel like whenever you mirror somebody, it makes them, you make yourself feel relatable, and also people like what's comfortable. So if you mirror them at them, then they're going to be comfortable around you, and there will be little to no conflict, usually, not all the time. And if there's conflict, I've gotten to a point where it's just okay, this is not my responsibility to alter this person's mood or perception, so I'm just going to be me and just keep on keeping on, and for me, it's I don't have any I don't really hold grudges anymore. I don't really feel resentment or anger towards anyone. I just let, again, Ben be Ben, and Sarah be Sarah, and Sally be Sally, and call it a day, because that's all we are. That's all it is. It's just when you go out in the world and you see all these different people, all they are different angles of this it's, how do I even explain it? It's almost okay, if God was the central point of everything, and every person that you see outside of yourself is an extension of God. You're basically just witnessing God in all the various forms and shapes and expressions. And so if you were to take offense with anyone, you're basically just, for me, this is just me personally, you're basically taking offense towards an extension of God, instead of just allowing things to be. It's almost like getting mad at a butterfly for being a butterfly, or a tree for being a tree. It's if you think about it, it's pretty ridiculous, honestly. I don't know, I'm pretty tired right now, so I really might not even be making sense. But I think people get, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I think people don't like her silence because it doesn't mirror them. We're not trying to chameleon our way into the situation. It's very, very real. And I think a lot of people don't really, they don't really want to face reality, right? But yeah, if you were to like take everything away, there's nothing. And in this nothingness, everything resides. Think about when you close your eyes right now. If you were to take away all your like sensory like perceptions, like your ability to see, hear, smell, taste, touch, there would be nothing. So the only reason why we perceive things the way we do is because we are in this human body, and this human body has all these sensory systems that allows us to interpret external things. Yeah, so the silence makes people uncomfortable because that's the fucking realest you could possibly be, honestly. Yeah, when I was a kid, I don't think I smiled that much. And I think people would always be like, you should smile. How come you're not smiling? And so it just became like a social like thing that I do. But honestly, like, I don't know. I guess smiling lifts your spirits too. Because, yeah, I've noticed that I can get really serious and really just kind of like stuck in like just ruminating over things for like hours on end, and I get really serious and really lost in thought. And it's really nice when somebody can just kind of like shake me out of that mode and like make me laugh or make me smile. Because yeah, laughing and smiling does lift spirits, But yeah, I don't know if I made sense. I don't know if I will post this video. I don't know. I just don't know. But I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you learned something cool. If you didn't, that's cool too. Blessings to one and all. Amen.